did I end up here? Like the talking heads, how did I end up here? Um, if this is happening to you right now, I'm hoping that this is the answers to your prayer, because I am going to talk to you about how to avoid your next nightmare client, partner in business, employee, etc. You probably already know what I'm talking about. So, hey, my name is Siddiqui Ray. By the way, the name Siddiqui means the friend that tells the truth. So I'm about to just tell you the truth in business about how you can avoid this in the future. But I'm guessing that if you're listening, you've already had this happen. So I'm so sorry about that. Don't beat yourself up. We've all had that nightmare client. Let me give you some examples. So I was working with the CEO of a major company. He was valued at $100 million. And he came to me after his business manager had ripped him off, used part of his ideas, gone off, stolen his employees, and gone off to another company. And he came to me and he was like, Siddiqui, I have no idea how this happened. So if you're a leader, if you're a CEO, if you're someone that's running a business, you know what it's like to get ripped off. You know what it's like to have that level of betrayal. And if you are a small business owner, I've seen this happen where I get clients that are like, oh my God, I had this nightmare client who was miserable. You know, they took more time, more energy, more attention. They were demanding, and they make your life absolutely effing miserable. We've all had them. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So those are two examples of people that have come to me recently and been like, Siddiqui, can you please help? So yes, I can. And I'm about to right now. So just stay tuned. Why does this happen? Why do we end up in these nightmarish situations where we are losing time, energy, money, and most importantly, hope, hope for humanity, when we end up with these situations where we just literally end up pretty much devastated? The CEO was devastated. This person with a client, a nightmare client, was devastated. Why does it happen? Okay, I'm going to give you this simple tool about why it happens. It happens because you ignored your gut instincts. You ignored that initial hit that you had on the person, and you just overrode it with what? With logic, with justification, with need. This is why I think it's really important for us to have this conversation, us, meaning all of us. I'm raising my hand to this, to have this conversation right now, because we're heading into an economy where there is a lot of need, where it would be easy if you're a business owner to take that client that you know from the get go, you know, the initial conversation, you're like, oh God, this person, I can already tell they're demanding and they're needy, but you needed the money. Or maybe in business, you needed that association with that partner that had the right audience or the right platform or the right connections, and so you overrode that initial gut instinct that you had on that person because you had a greater need. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? So you overrode the truth of what you knew in that snippet, because what I hear again and again and again from all levels of leadership and business is, I knew what I knew, but I didn't know how I knew it. So I went to the next thing, which was the business need, the business justification. So again, if this has happened to you, and it has happened to all of us, if you're in business long enough, you've run into this situation. This is what I want you to take away from it. You knew what you knew, but you overrode it. So you had the gut instinct, you had the intuition, you had that feeling of, God, this person is going to be a nightmare. And guess what? They ended up being a nightmare. So you only have yourself to blame. I'm saying that with a lot of love, but there is a simple tool that you can use to avoid this nightmare in the future. And I'm hoping that that's what you're tuning in for today. So, what you have to do is you have to start paying attention. You literally have to build a relationship of trust with that gut instinct that says, oh my God, danger, danger, danger. Stop avoiding the red flags. Start listening, start observing. And this is where we all make the mistake, whether your net worth is hundreds of millions or you're just starting a business and anything in between. You can avoid that next nightmare by not letting your needs and your justification supersede that initial instinctual knowing that you had about the person. Now, here's the mess of it all. I'm guessing that if you are in business, if you're in leadership, that you are really good at following your instincts in a certain way, and that is what has led to your success. And so, yay, you're good at listening to those gut instincts. They're what leads you to your inspiration, your creative genius, the thing that makes you so good at what you do. But there's a blind spot that we all have. And usually it comes in the form of some kind of need. Are you getting this? Like what is the greater need that you have? It's like, oh, this person, they can give me this. And so you override it. So what you need to do is you need to start paying attention. And you also need to just start breathing when you're in these situations and take a beat, take a moment. Because awareness and paying attention is the thing that's going to get you out of this in the future. And like really believing that first hit that you have on someone. So I hope that this is helpful. Don't dismiss this knowingness that you have. This is a very valuable tool in business. Your instincts is going to lead you to greater success. But if you ignore it, it's going to lead you to these nightmare situations. I'm hoping this helps. If you want to use this more, if you want to hear about how I've really guided some people, I shouldn't say that. I'm trying to remain anonymous about the people that I've really helped harness this, but I've helped some major leaders harness their instincts for greater levels of success and also to avoid a nightmare. If you want to hear more about that, would you just write, yes, I do want to hear more in the comments below so that I know that you're interested in this and I can invest more of my time and energy bringing this wisdom to you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, also write that in the comments below. I'm just looking for your feedback on, did you need this today and what do you need more of? All right, that's it. Remember, you can avoid the nightmare clients. You have the number one tool. You have that gut instinct. And my goal is to help you to start listening it, believing it, trusting it, so that the areas where it's biting you in the butt and causing you time, money, energy, and most of all, a loss of hope, that we can avoid that in the future. All right, again, write in the comments below if this was helpful and if you want to hear more about how to tune in to your gut instincts and use them for success. Have a great day.